My back pain was just getting to the point of where I couldn't do the things that I really enjoy doing in life.
Restricted from any high impact exercise such as jogging, walking on the treadmill, running the stairs, riding my mountain bike, lifting up my 3-year-old son. It adversely impacted my whole life.
I had to cease almost every activity I ever did. And the worst thing of all was I could not sleep. Laying down in a bed at night was just sheer torture.
I was unable to move, unable to go into the shower, unable to take myself to the bathroom. I mean, I was just a physical mess.
I couldn't even pick up my nieces and nephews, and that was the hardest thing because I love my nieces and nephews. And for them to stand next to me and say, you know, pick me up and say, no, I can't, my back hurts.
Back pain changed my life. It took away the things that I love to do, and I needed to find another option besides back surgery.
For people with chronic back or neck pain, nothing is easy. Daily tasks become impossible. Sometimes it's hard to get out of bed and face the day. Today, we're going to take you to meet real patients of the Back Pain Institute right here in Southwest Florida. We will introduce you to the doctors who will actually be screening and overseeing your road to recovering from your back pain. We will show you information about the Back Pain Institute's simple, non-invasive, and very effective procedure that will eliminate your back or neck pain and help restore your active lifestyle. It's called VAX-D therapy, and it's a unique, non-surgical, FDA-recognized procedure available to you exclusively by certified VAX-D operators. The Back Pain Institute is the experienced leader in Southwest Florida for VAX-D therapy, a patented procedure that has been tested and proven. The Back Pain Institute has helped thousands of patients reduce pain in their lower back or neck. In most cases, VAX-D therapy has eliminated their back pain altogether. Degenerated, herniated, and bulging discs cause more than just discomfort. They cause so much pain, they prevent us from enjoying the simplest pleasures in life. VAX-D therapy is a spinal decompression procedure that reverses the damage and reinvigorates those parts of the spine that are damaged. VAX-D helps your discs heal themselves, often resulting in remarkable improvements in your daily life after only about a month's worth of treatment. You don't have to live with back pain any longer. Proudly serving the Southwest Florida area, the Back Pain Institute and its VAX-D therapy has convenient locations in Fort Myers and Naples to provide you relief for your back pain now. Let's visit a high school football coach from Naples and learn how his VAX-D treatment at the Back Pain Institute helped him get back in the game.
I'm a football coach, and my back pain got to the point where it almost took my passion of coaching away. I had to make a decision in life. Do I go for surgery or do I go for therapy? I investigated VAX-D. I'm originally from New Jersey. I investigated VAX-D. While I was there as an alternative source to surgery, I first started with chiropractic because the surgeons that I went to told me I needed to get operated on, but they also informed me to the fact that the operation wasn't a cure, just a Band-Aid. The situation was that if they removed the disc or part of the disc, eventually more would bulge out, more would come out. If they took it out totally and fused it, the disc above and the disc below would start to degenerate, and I'd have a similar situation 2- or 3-fold. So I decided at that point that surgery was never going to be an option for me. And again, the ironic part, my son being a surgeon, he said, "Dad, you need surgery." I'm here about a year and a half now, and I've had 3 severe episodes where I was totally in bed, the last one for approximately 6 weeks. I was unable to move, unable to go into the shower, unable to take myself to the bathroom. I mean, I was just a physical mess. I remembered at that point the VAX-D from New Jersey, and I looked it up online and found the VAX-D in Fort Myers, called up, asked if they informed me that they had another location here in Naples, Florida. Living in Naples, it was a great fit. I came, I made an appointment with Dr. Gataletta. Tremendous experience, great staff, just very informative as far as sitting me down in his office and explaining the whole process to me and what was going on inside my body. He sent me for another MRI. When that MRI came back, everyone was shocked to the point where it was more severe than we originally anticipated. Dr. Gataletta said, you know what, this is going to be one of the toughest cases we've ever had, but we really want to we think we could really help, and you have nothing to lose by giving it a try. I was kind of apprehensive because when you think about somebody stretching your spine and pulling your spine on a machine, you get kind of scared a little bit, you know, but I said, you know, it's getting my back stretched on a machine or going in a hospital and getting some guy with a knife to cut my back open. So I said, I think I'm going to go with the VAX-D. The first 20 treatments, Doc explained to me the entire process. When I first got here, it took about 3 people to get me on the table and about 3 people to get me off, but I left a little bit better every time I left, and I felt a little bit better as the days progressed. By my 19th treatment, I was pain-free. Now I can focus again on coaching and not be concerned about my back pain through the VAX-D and the Back Pain Institute.
If you are experiencing frequent back pain, please call now for a consultation and free information. Our offices are standing by to field your questions and concerns and to see if you are a candidate for VAX-D. Now let's visit with Matt, a resident of Cape Coral, to learn how VAX-D improved his quality of life.
My back pain really was getting to the point of where I was in pain 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It was making it impossible for me to do a lot of the things I enjoy. Sports, lifting weights, even the simple act of just picking my daughter up was almost impossible due to the back pain. I had seen other chiropractors before, and I've even had my back pain treated, you know, through my primary care physician with medications. They helped, but they didn't really take care of the problem. And I'd heard about the VAX-D procedure, and I'd done some research on the internet. VAX-D therapy is basically a spinal decompression. And what they do is relatively simple. They will hook you up with a harness around your back, lower back, and what the machine does is basically stretch your spine. Believe it or not, this is something that I looked forward to every day. I went for 20 sessions. Day to day, I actually looked forward to it because it feels so good having your back actually stretched out like that. Probably after my 3rd visit with the Back Pain Institute, I actually could notice a difference in the pain level that I was feeling, and it definitely was better. Dr. Wooten and his staff, they treated me like family, and they made the whole experience just so comfortable. The Back Pain Institute and the VAX-D therapy made all the difference in the world. My back pain has improved so much, I'm able to enjoy the important things in my life.
If back pain is limiting your mobility, the Back Pain Institute and VAX-D therapy will reverse damage to your spinal discs that's causing your pain and restore your active lifestyle without drugs or surgery. Remember, VAX-D therapy is an FDA-recognized, patented procedure that can reduce and usually eliminate your back or neck pain. With 2 conveniently located offices in Fort Myers and Naples, the Back Pain Institute currently has schedule openings that can fit around your busy life. Please call now and find out how you can significantly reduce and often eliminate your back pain. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family.
You don't have to live with back pain any longer. To find out if you are a candidate for VAX-D therapy, call 239-936-BACK. That's 239-936-2225. Our Fort Myers and Naples offices can both be reached at this number. We serve all of Southwest Florida. Call the Back Pain Institute today, 239-936-BACK.
Many people with chronic back pain are faced with few options of relief from their symptoms. Some feel they can't do anything about it and live with their back pain every day. Many patients are given the recommendation to have surgery without ever learning about the alternatives, such as VAX-D therapy. The Back Pain Institute only accepts patients they can help. You deserve to learn more about this non-invasive, non-surgical, FDA-recognized treatment that has a proven track record of not just reversing, but completely eliminating chronic back pain in most cases that follow the prescribed treatment plan. There are no side effects and it's drug-free, requiring no anesthesia. Let's visit Dr. Wooten from the Back Pain Institute in Fort Myers to learn more about the patented VAX-D therapy and why you should call now to learn more about this effective and proven alternative to spinal surgery.
Hello, I'm Dr. Wooten from the Back Pain Institute. I have had 12 years experience treating with the VAX-D treatment. I was the first to introduce it here in Southwest Florida. Many people suffer from disc problems in the spine. If you have a disc problem in the lower back, you often will have low back pain, or you may have pain or numbness down one or both legs. If it's in the neck area, you'll tend to have neck pain or pain or numbness down one or both arms. Now this is a model of two vertebrae in the lower back, and these are the bumps you feel down your spine called spinous processes. The spinal canal is where the spinal cord goes down through like a telephone cable from the brain, and the nerves branch out from between the vertebrae. The disc is a pad between the vertebrae that hold the bones together, act like a shock absorber, and allow for the movement in the spine. There is no direct blood supply to a disc. It has to get its nutrition by the fluids that seep in from the bone above and the bone below through osmosis and the pumping action of movement. Now the disc can degenerate from a number of different causes. One of the most common causes might be a severe injury, like an automobile accident or a heavy lifting injury where you actually damage the disc. Another way it may develop is if you have a chronic condition where you don't have movement there in that part of the spine, you have poor circulation going into the disc and a buildup of waste products inside the disc. And those waste products are acidic in nature, and they cause the disc to break down. Now, a disc has been considered to be an incurable condition. It's a progressive degeneration of the disc, and if you have a lack of movement in one disc, the one above has to make up for it by over-moving, and that causes it to break down. So there was no hope at all of ever really healing the disc. Dr. Alan Dyer is a famous medical doctor who also invented the heart defibrillator. And he himself developed a herniated disc, and they were recommending that he have surgery. And he didn't want anything to do with that because he knew of all the risk factors. And so he decided to try to find some way, if it were possible, to actually heal the disc. And the first thing he tried was what everyone thinks might help, and that's traction. With traction, the muscles feel the pull and they resist it. So you're always pulling against the muscle guarding. And the pressure would actually go up. Dr. Dyer did some more research, and he finally discovered a formula that would control the rate of increase of pressure that was so gradual that the muscles couldn't even tell they're being pulled. And that way you could bypass the muscle guarding, then you could pull directly on the disc. And if you stretch the disc itself, it's like pulling on a plunger of a hypodermic needle, and it creates a powerful vacuum inside the disc. And for the first time, then it was possible to heal the disc. Because when you apply the VAX-D treatment, it will stimulate repair cells, it'll draw fluid into the disc and restore movement so that you have that pumping action working again.
Thank you, Dr. Wooten. The Back Pain Institute is committed to restoring your active lifestyle and your quality of life. A father who can once again bend down and pick up his little girl, a coach who can climb stairs without pain. These are just a few examples of how the Back Pain Institute has improved their patients' quality of life. You may know someone whose life is basically put on hold from their back pain. Do them a favor and let them know about the Back Pain Institute. You can go on to the Back Pain Institute's website and have them watch this video online. They can even fill out a web form and receive a free DVD of this video program. Better yet, pass this phone number on to them. Just one call could change their life.
You deserve to live a pain-free life. To find out if you are a candidate for VaxD therapy, call 239-936-BACK. That's 239-936-2225. Our Fort Myers and Naples offices can both be reached at this number. We serve all of Southwest Florida. Call the Back Pain Institute today, 239-936-BACK.
Now let's meet a couple of other Back Pain Institute patients here in Southwest Florida who have experienced the positive, life-changing effects of VaxD therapy.
I began having back pain approximately 10 years ago, and it just became progressively worse, faster and faster by the month, until at the end of a 2-year period, I could not stand. I could barely walk. I had to walk with a cane. I had to cease almost every activity I ever did. Had done chiropractic, had done just about every alternative medicine treatment you can imagine. I was on extremely heavy pain medication, so much so that after about 5 months, I had completely lost my appetite. I went down to about 90 pounds. I looked awful and felt worse. And I really was out of options. Then we saw the ad for VaxD, and my husband said, "You should try it." I'm somewhat skeptical about TV ads. So I wasn't really sure if it was for real or if it was just going to be some heavy-duty massage or something like that, all of which I'd already done. I went down to Fort Myers and met Dr. Wooten. When I met Dr. Wooten, I liked his demeanor. He's very calm, very easy to be with. And he explained to me that they have approximately an 85% recovery rate from back pain. He was very confident in what he was speaking about when he told me about VaxD. He gave me several histories of other people, told me about basically what I could expect, and I felt very confident at the end of the interview. The first time I got on the VaxD machine, I actually rather enjoyed the treatment. There's a little stretching, and then there's a relaxation, a little stretching, then a relaxation. Without a doubt, at 15 treatments, I already knew that I was getting a good result. He delivered on everything he promised and then some. I actually just hoped to be better. And instead, I actually consider myself completely cured. Something I always wanted to do was pottery. So I signed up for pottery classes. I was absolutely amazed how much strength it took. So I was very grateful for VaxD because I could never have done that before. I have not had a reoccurrence of back pain or any problem related to the back injury that I suffered. And it's been 5 years, 5 wonderful years. I am active again, I'm happy again, and life is definitely worth living.
You may not be familiar with VaxD, but it's in your best interest to learn as much as you can. Relief from your back pain could be just a phone call away. If you do experience frequent back pain, you can call us directly at the number on your screen. Ask your doctor about VaxD as an alternative to surgery or drugs.
It was about a year ago. I herniated a disc in my back. I tried everything. I went from surgeon to surgeon. All they wanted to do was do surgery on me. Traction, I tried traction. They say traction is like VaxD. From personal experience, it is not. As much pain as I was in, everything else I tried, I was getting no relief whatsoever. If anything, it made me worse. At my rope's end, I went to the Back Pain Institute, and Dr. Wooten and Barbara welcomed me with open arms and helped me to get better. I was very skeptical at first when I first heard of it, but as time progressed, I did research. I started going online and inquiring about the VaxD table. The table's been around for 15 years. It was created by a doctor who himself had back problems. It just made sense. It made sense that when you injure your back cannot heal itself because the way your discs work is by moving, basically moving, and the muscles and the tissues around it condition your discs. And when they're injured, they cannot do that. Everything freezes up. And with the VAX-D table, when you lie on it and it gently stretches your spine, it tricks those muscles. It tricks those muscles and it allows the fluid and nutrients to go to your disc, which is ultimately what heals it. This VAX-D table, it does work. And I am living, walking proof.
Relief can be just a phone call away. To find out if you are a candidate for VAX-D therapy, call 239-936-BACK. That's 239-936-2225. Our Fort Myers and Naples offices can both be reached at this number. We serve all of Southwest Florida. Call the Back Pain Institute today, 239-936-BACK.
Now let's go to our Naples location and introduce you to Dr. Gadaletta. He's going to tell us more about VAX-D therapy and spinal decompression.
In my 15 years of practice, I've seen just about every scenario when it comes to low back pain. Patients have tried everything. They've exhausted all measures, from conservative care to medical intervention, which may have included drugs, epidurals, and they come to the point where they're just frustrated and they become skeptical of why all these other conventional therapies didn't work and what it is that I have to offer them here at the Back Pain Institute in Naples. Well, other than my experience of carefully selecting and screening patients that are candidates for VAX-D therapy, the reason why VAX-D works is because it addresses the cause of the problem. When the disc has come to a point where it has just decreased in height or it is putting constant pressure on a nerve, that is why the conventional therapies won't work, because they do not address this problem. Compared to surgery, VAX-D is very safe, non-invasive, and highly effective in over 75 to 80% of the patients that undergo the treatment. There's no loss of time from work, no costly rehabilitation, whereas with surgical intervention, there could be complications with anesthesia, lengthy and expensive rehabilitation time, and lost time from work. Over 50% of the patients just don't do well after surgery. That's why I stress to those of you that are suffering from low back pain and have tried just about everything, VAX-D is been proving to be highly safe, non-invasive, and effective.
Thank you, Dr. Gadaletta. As we've mentioned before, it doesn't cost you anything to call the Back Pain Institute to find out more about VAX-D therapy and how you can get permanent relief from your back pain quickly and affordably.
The symptoms that I had were a constant pain between a 3 and a 6 daily in my back, radiating down my right leg, above the knee, and just a general body ache. When you bend over to lift something, it would just ache and pain. I initially went to a chiropractor because I believe in chiropractic, and I had short-term relief. I tried physical therapy with only short-term relief, and I did visit a surgeon, and he said I wasn't a candidate because the pain didn't go below my knee and I didn't have the numbness and tingling in the right location, so he said I wasn't a candidate and that I just had to live with the pain. But live with it for 12 years every day, and you just become tired of putting up with the pain. I found the Back Pain Institute through their infomercials on TV and in the sports page of our local newspaper. Dr. Wooten explained to me with his little models of what happens with the gel on the disc when it bulges and how it pushes on the nerve, and how the VAX-D applies a vacuum and actually pulls the gel back in. He explained it to me. I looked at it and said, I got to give it a shot, and within 5 visits, I already felt a difference. Once the VAX-D pulls that bulge back in, the scar tissue heals, and he explains to me that it'll never bulge out in that area again because scar tissue is stronger than any part of the disc. They took an MRI prior and they show you the little black bulge and where it is on the nerve. I did my 25 visits, then they do another MRI, my name on it, pop it up on the light, and that bulge is gone. So they prove to you that it works. And I'm a believer because my back has never felt this good. I'm 43 years old and I move around better than most 43-year-old men.
As As you've seen, the Back Pain Institute's VaxD therapy produces amazing results in most patients.
I was in a car accident. I was rear-ended, and I started noticing the pain. It was about a week or two after, and I started to visit doctors, and they put me to go through physical therapy, and it wasn't helping. They started doing injections in my back, and that helped for a while, but it didn't really get rid of the problem. I saw a commercial on TV